of me making the mistake of buying a glass jar of jelly, because had I went ahead and paid the extra 50 cents for the plastic jar, you wouldn't be hearing that. But that's what that is. Every now and then I think it gets into a spot where it clanks on the glass of the refrigerator that I have, and you'll just hear it go, and it's annoying as hell, man. But yeah, so that's what you'll hear periodically, so sorry about that. But anyways, going back to this delivery, so I have until the end of Friday, so I should be good barring any kind of setbacks. And that is with the decision that my boss made to go ahead and reroute and change the route. Because usually the route from Laredo to Springfield, Tennessee would take you all the way through I-35 north, all the way through until you cut off to 30, which would then you go 30 all the way through Arkansas to get to to Tennessee. But in this case, because Texas because Texas is dealing with a little bit of a winter storm weather with icing and snow and whatnot. In the south, it's just mostly what you're seeing here on the screen, which is sprinkles, a little bit of sleet. But at this point now, it's already like over 40 degrees, like almost 40 degrees outside. So there's no more ice on the roads anymore at this point over here on South Texas. But once you get to North Texas, evidently my boss said that it's not looking too good up there. So she decided to make the call before I could even, think about it, to change the route up. So what we're going to do instead is instead of going up through to the Dallas area and then crossing 30 to get to Arkansas, we're going to go to Houston. So we're going to go I-10 all the way through Houston, and then we're going to take we're pretty much going to take 59 north, and then we're going to have to cut off a couple times, but for the most part we're going to take 59 north all the way up to I-30 in Arkansas, about the Texarkana area, a little bit further than that, I think. And then from there we go across 30 all the way through. So we're just going to skip Dallas altogether because of the weather problems that North Texas is dealing with. So we're going to try to see if we can beat that, and if we can get around it. That's kind of the call that we're making here. So right now, I showed y'all this before. We're going to do it again one more time here. But this is the inspection station. It's a little bit of a busier day, a busier evening tonight. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening, so it does get kind of packed at this point. Although at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's way the hell in the back, so at least it's moving. So once again, you just kind of take this nice and easy and slow. You don't over accelerate, you don't oversteer over here. You'll be fine. You just kind of follow the other trucks, and then as soon as you get to the checkpoint, as long as you're a U.S. citizen, you make sure to tell them I'm a U.S. citizen, and typically 9 times out of 10 they're going to let you cross. Every now and then, if they're depending on what time of the year it is, or if they feel that they need to take extra precautions on things, do more checks. In other words, they might stop you and ask you for your driver's license and your bill of lading to figure out what to make sure what you're hauling. But 9 times out of 10, when you come here through these things, there's so much going on at these checkpoints. They don't have enough time to check everybody's bills and everybody's driver's license. It's just too much. It would create way more of a cluster F of traffic if they decided to do that way. But there are times where it's unavoidable, and they do more security checks that way. If they find any kind of suspicion in your truck or your trailer, they'll have you pulled into the inspection area, and they're going to do a full inspection of everything. If they feel that they need to get into your cargo, they'll break the seal and they'll open it up and they'll look at everything, and you have to report that to the company that you work for, that they did a full thorough inspection that required them one seal, so I put on a different seal. And you'll have to make the adjustments on the bill and mark as to why you had to change the seal. You would just put on the bill that DOT broke the seal. And if you want, I mean, depending on how nice the DOT officer is, you can ask them if they would sign your bill, if they would sign that portion of the bill that says that they broke the seal to do an inspection. Typically you won't need them to do that, but it just depends on your company and how strict they are about that kind of change. That is a pretty significant change, because a lot of the times receivers won't accept the load if the seal doesn't match what's on the paperwork. So that's why it is kind of important that if somebody has to break your seal, like a DOT officer, that you at least ask if they can sign that little note there that they broke the seal and we replaced it with this reason. Typically the receivers won't get mad at you for that if DOT was the ones that had to open it. So let's see how it goes today. We're going to see how it goes today when I pull up. We'll see there. I have it right here ready to go right here. So, see what happens. You good? Say it again?
You buy yourself the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Where you headed?
I'm headed to Springfield, Tennessee.
All right, get your seat.
Thank you, sir. Here's the fun part. You're not going to be able to see this right away, but when I'm looking at it in the mirror, we're going to see, because it merges here, we're going to see if this guy's going to let me in. Looks like he is, so we're going to go over here. And it's a one-lane merge here, so I'm going to wait for him. I'll wait for this guy to go through, and then I'm going to merge. Cool. See, the questions sometimes are different. Sometimes they'll just ask you, are you a U.S. citizen? Sometimes they'll ask you where you're going, what you're hauling. In this case today, the questions. The two questions they asked today were, was I by myself? And where was I going? So I usually don't get that question. I usually get are you a U.S. citizen? So, yeah, guys, I'm sorry about the video quality. Because of the sprinkling rain, it makes it very difficult for the camera to stabilize and give you crystal clear picture. So I can only do so much with it. See, there's the jar. The jar is like clanking. The jar of jelly that I bought, which next time I'm just gonna buy the damn plastic one. Good lord, it's annoying. The only thing that I can think of is, I mean, I guess I could probably wrap a towel around it. Maybe it will. I would wrap a little microfiber towel around it, and maybe it won't make that loud ass noise like that. At first, I thought it was like a seatbelt buckle or something, and I was like, what the hell is making that noise? And I went back there and I looked, and I was like, man, I even tried like replicating it. And I was like, there's got to be something back here, like a buckle or something metal that's clanking. No, it literally is the jar of jelly. It just gets into that perfect spot where it'll just clank on the glass, and it'll just make an annoying ass noise. And then it loosens up, so it's like, good lord. But it's kind of a pain in the ass. But 2020 did that, but then again, the 2020 had automatic blinkers. So like as soon as you turn and you hit that, and you turn the wheel, the steering wheel far enough, it pop it back into place. The 2019 doesn't do that. You have to manually do it. You have to manually put it back in the spot. So this guy. Sorry, I got cut off there. The Amber Alert came through and ended the video. But hopefully they find the people that are been kidnapped, so the lost child. Hopefully they find them. But going back to the truck situation, so the body shop, it was gonna have to get sent to the body shop, so they didn't. I wasn't able to get back into the truck. So I ended up being able to get another one, and I picked this one out of the two that were available. And yeah, this one's got 53,000 miles, so way less miles. It drives a little bit differently, but it drives pretty good. It has a Packer engine, so I don't have to worry about that. All the mechanics are pretty much the same on it. The inside is the same. I switched the beds out because the bed in the 2019 was a spring bed that I didn't really feel too good about. So I took the memory foam bed out of the 2020 and put it in this one, because that one I've been sleeping very, very, very well in. So yeah. And you can't put a price on good sleep, especially out here when you're truck driving. So yeah. But we'll see how right now the roads are nice and clear. It doesn't seem like there's there's very, very little precipitation buildup on the roads right now. We'll see as we get closer to Houston how things are going to look. But this is pretty much going to be my drive for the most part. I'm going to go about maybe 400 miles today, call it a night, and then do some heavy lifting tomorrow. So what we'll do is I'll go ahead and cut it off for right now. I'm going to do some driving, and then I'll cut it back on here when the daylight comes tomorrow. Do some daylight driving. Thanks for joining me on this first part. I'll be back here in a little bit. Okay, everyone, we're back for day 2 of this drive to Tennessee. Right now I'm already in Arkansas. I just honestly, I kind of totally forgot to take footage during the day. Started the day about noon and then took off. So now we're at this stop here. Here's the tricky part to this is hopefully I don't get too close to this guy's truck here. I don't think so. I'm gonna take a little extra line just to make sure. I think I cleared it. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Just making sure because I do have to come back a little bit this way and clear to the left. So I think I'm good.
After 1,000 feet, go straight ahead. Way station 18.2 miles ahead.
It's a little bit. It's I don't want to say it's necessarily a small rest area, but the roadways are kind of small. Like you see how it's kind of narrow. So just have to be careful. And then you got people that are parking on the side of the road here, which makes it even more smaller and dangerous and whatnot. Although there's a shoulder right here, so at least it's not that bad. No cars coming this way. So just a little bit over here to the left, just in case somebody tries to pull off from the left or something. It's not a big deal. So this way. Yeah, right now.
Now go straight ahead.
I'm traveling on 30 right now. I'm going all the way to probably gonna get as far as
follow the highway.
Maybe around the West Memphis or Memphis area. I think that's where I'll stop for the night. I've already been driving for probably about 5 hours today. Today was just gonna be an 8 hour. I was just gonna make it an 8-hour day, and then I'll finish the rest of the drive. I'll finish the rest of the drive tomorrow. Today's gonna end up turning into about an 8.5-hour day. That's okay. That's fine. But tomorrow will be a little bit. Tomorrow will be. That'll put me at about maybe 4.5 hours to get to the drop tomorrow. So, and if I typically your general rule of thumb is try to stop driving before 6 o'clock in the evening so that you can find a place to park at truck stops. But sometimes, depending on, you know, when you have to pick up loads and timing and stuff like that, you're gonna end up getting caught with having to drive during the worst parts of the day, which is pretty much in the middle. Although when I got up this morning, the route that I took to get over here basically didn't send me through any traffic, so I didn't really hit any traffic, any congestion anywhere. You know, knocking on all the wood that I can knock on. You know, there was no accidents on the road today. All the roads that I drove through, not very many road work areas, so it's been a pretty clear, like, sailing day for the most part. I haven't had to do very much stopping today, other than just taking my break that I just took right now at that truck stop, or at that rest area. So now I'm just, you know, doing a little bit of night driving tonight, about 3.5 hours, and I'll probably cut it off. If that truck stop that I'm going to ends up being full and I end up not having a place to park there, then the next closest city from there is going to West Memphis / Memphis, that borderline there between Arkansas and Tennessee. And in West Memphis, it is a cluster to find parking, even though there's 4 truck stops like within like 2 miles of each other, but they all fill up there in West Memphis. They get super full. It's super cluttered. It is a mess at all of those truck stops, which is why I was very grateful when I worked for CFI that CFI had a terminal in West Memphis. So no matter what, I always had a guaranteed place to park without having to worry about hassle or anything like that in West Memphis. And I was there in the West Memphis area pretty often during my CFI days. This is my first time going back around that area since I left CFI, so I'm going pretty much to Springfield, Tennessee, which is just north of Nashville. So my stopping point is going to be around that area. But I did see on our list with MVT that it looks like we do have a drop lot in Memphis, Tennessee. So if it doesn't work out at this truck stop that I'm going to, then I'll have more than enough time left on my clock to go to that Memphis drop lot and see if there's any spots available for me to park just for the night, for 10 hours. I don't think, I'll have to find out and see if the drop lot is okay with me doing that, if it comes to that. Most are not really, they don't really care that much. They're like, that's okay, that's fine. Some of them are strict and don't want any trucks staying overnight. They just want you to, do your business, go in there and pick up, drop and pick up and leave, or whatever you got to do. It just depends on the people that are running the lot. Most of the time, depends on whether or not you're allowed to stay there, or if they really don't care if you stay there or not. Some of them, most of them that are just straight up drop lots don't have accommodations. They don't have bathrooms and stuff like that, so you do have to kind of live without that for a night. But if it's a guaranteed parking spot in the Memphis area, then it's like I would rather just do that. But I'm gonna take my chances on this truck stop, and I'm gonna see what happens. But this is pretty much gonna be most of the drive tonight. It's gonna be Highway 30, going pretty much all the way through until we hop off for a little bit, and then end up on, I believe it's 44. That'll take us going into the West Memphis area. I could be wrong about that. I can't remember on top of my head, but it's one of those. It's like 54 or 44. I can't remember which one it is that takes you to West Memphis and Memphis, Tennessee. check in for a little bit on day 2 of this route. And then we'll go from here. We'll pick it back up tomorrow. I'll definitely be doing some day driving tomorrow that I'll make sure to put on video so that y'all don't have to just see nothing but night driving in this video. It's a little bit hard to see because the conditions are still the same as they were last night. It's been like this all day pretty much. It's just been, you know, light rain and cold throughout this whole entire route. The whole entire kind of Midwest area is dealing with a little bit of this rain, ice storm and whatnot. So it's moving. I think it's already moving east at this point. So I don't think I'm going to hit very much of the heavy stuff. I think I pretty much was able to avoid that. But this is how pretty much what the route's going to be the rest of the day. So we'll just have to take it from there, right? That's all I can do. But yeah, so I'll check back in tomorrow when we go to drop this load, and then we'll take some video on the back and whatnot on the dock. I think it's going to be a drop and hook, but it might be a live load. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But either way, I'll catch it all on video for y'all. So I'll see y'all here in the morning. Back, everyone. It is Friday, February the 3rd, and today just happens to be my birthday. Yay! 36 years old, guys. Woo! Man, what a 36 years it's been, I'll tell you that. So I'm looking to get out of here. Wrap this up real quick. Guys probably looking at me like, what the hell? Sorry, I gotta do that to keep the engine from stalling. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this. Alright, so I already did my my pre-trips and everything like that, so I'm ready to rock and roll and finish off this drive. So I'm gonna go and finish it off to Tennessee. And I'm hoping that I can fit some time in. I mean, I'm gonna try really, really hard. Nobody coming on the right. I'm gonna try really, really hard to get a place for me to have a birthday dinner tonight. Somewhere I can get maybe a steak and a piece of dessert or something. That's kind of what I'm hoping. We'll have to see how the rest of the day goes. So at this point, I'm pretty much slated to get to my drop at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then from there, I haven't gotten an assignment yet. But usually here at MVT, they try to get you something. Well, that's a huge crater, so let's take it a little bit over here to the right first. See, I'm not gonna go through that. I came in this road last night and I didn't notice, because it was really, really dark over here. There's not really any street lights out here, that there was a huge crater. It's actually right there. If you see it, I don't know if you can see me pointing right there. There's a huge crater right there on the right side, on the right side of the road coming this way. And I was like, holy hell, dude! Like, it's like really, really intense.
After a quarter of a mile, turn left towards Interstate 40 East, Memphis. Way station 14.2 miles ahead.
So that I could swerve out of the way, so my tire just dipped right into it. I was like, oh hell. Luckily the tire's okay, there's nothing wrong with it, but yeah, like I couldn't see that last night because of how dark it was. And right at the last minute, I couldn't do anything at that point. It was, well, I'm already here. So that's something that I think I don't know. I think I can report it to the road.
After 900 feet, turn left towards Interstate 40 East,
I think
Memphis.
I can report it to the county here. So I just kept a mental note of the road here that I'm on, 149. The exit right here.
Now turn left.
Probably report it. Whether or not this city or this county decides they're going to do anything about it is up to them. But at the very least, I can report it and let them know, because that's a tire ripper, man. And
After a quarter of a mile, enter the highway Interstate 40 US 63.
Especially if you're not going to have any street lights out there to be able to see that right away. Like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. So, but I'm good. My tires are good.
After 900 feet, enter the highway Interstate 40 US 63.
Speaking of alligators, there's one right there. Make sure we can get
now enter the highway.
It's the nice thing about driving right now at this point, that all the morning traffic is pretty much
follow the highway.
It's pretty much gone. So we'll see. We're gonna be driving on I-40 for pretty much most of the way to through Tennessee, and then we gotta hook up to go up to Springfield, which is pretty much a little slightly north of Nashville. So we'll see how it goes. But today is probably the most clear skies and sunny versus the last couple of days that I've been driving since you've been with me. I've been driving nothing but, you know, mist and rain and cloudiness and freezing cold. So I mean, it's nice to actually wake up this morning and feel the heat of the sun for a change. Jesus. Tell over here in this area in Arkansas, it did snow over the past couple of days, but at this point now, this will, if the sun stays out like this, it'll be gone by the end of the day. It's almost like God knew it was my birthday today, so it's going to give me a nice clear skies, no problem day, you know. Still a little bit of ice right here. Stay over here on this side. Hasn't melted over there on that side yet. But yeah, it's almost like God knew it was my birthday, right? It gave me a nice day. So I can already see that there's a orange ticket on this car here. So we'll slow down anyways. Actually, no, there's not an orange ticket. Okay, then we'll slow down because I can't switch lanes quick enough. Because of the people that were on the left there. Normally I would, you know, the rule, obviously the rule of thumb is if you can move over to the left lot of things out here, unfortunately, if you decide to do this the way that I'm doing it, and the way that a lot of people doing it over the road. You're gonna miss a lot of things, and I mean, sometimes you're gonna miss celebrating your own birthday. You know, like I said, in a normal circumstance, this year was just the beginning of this year was just not what we were all expecting as far as our family is concerned. But you know, things happen and whatnot. So I had to use home time for funeral and stuff like that. So I had to so I did willingly sacrificed, knowing that I wasn't going to be able to be home for my birthday this year. It is what it is. But that's the thing, right? No matter how you do this, you're always having to kind of try to shuffle around your time and things like that. How you're going to get home for certain things, and like the more that I think about it, and the more that I kind of analyze future prospects and the things I want to do and stuff like that in this business, the more and more I lean against doing over the road long term. And the biggest reasonings is that, I mean, at some point, I'm gonna want to settle down and have a family and have more of a personal life. This is this stuff is great and everything, I mean, being able to this job is not necessarily hard, but it's not necessarily easy either. And one of the hardest things about it is right here is that you're gonna miss a lot of things. You're gonna miss a lot of things. You're gonna miss birthdays. You're gonna miss some holidays. You're gonna miss just some important things. And I don't mean to get too deep on this, but this was kind of I don't want to say this was a wake-up call, because I mean, I knew what I got myself into, and nobody blames me for anything, and nobody tells me like, nah, you're good, man. But it's hard to not think about it sometimes, where it's like that I wasn't there that day that my grandmother passed away. I was on the road in Chicago, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't have gotten home on that day. It's impossible, right? Because that's just how this works. And so that kind of got me thinking a little bit, like, man, that's a huge sacrifice, that in the event that something happened, geez, like, I don't know, like, what would I do, right? Like, geez. And so that's just something to think about. You got to think about whether or not you're prepared for things like that. And if you're prepared to handle them, then you have the mental fortitude to be able to deal with stuff like that, like knowing that, hey, if something happens in an emergency situation, you may be on the other side of the country when that happens, and you're just going to have to deal with it the best way that you can, and you'll get there when you get there, kind of thing. That's a lot to that really is a lot to take in sometimes, and a lot to really come to terms with. But that's where I say that long term, I'm probably not gonna do OTR long term. I mean, there's just no way that you can balance having a family and a personal life and doing this trade. It just unless you bring your whole entire family with you, unless you bring your significant other and your children or whatever, like, with you on the road. But would you really want to do that? Would you really want your significant other and your children with you on the road, 24/7? I mean, this job, no offense, but this job is already stressful enough, and then you're gonna add having to take care and take care of your wife, take care of your spouses and your children at the same time while you're trying to work. And it's like, oh my God, like, I don't know if I'd want to do that. I think doing this with a spouse, a lot of people do it that way and whatnot, but trying now, this is good, right? For right now, this is good, and I'm gonna keep doing it, and we'll see how long I stay on this. But at some point, it does have to kind of come down to it's gonna come down to a decision where, you know, do I want to be around my family and friends a little bit more, or do I want to be on the road? Because, you know, that's when I'll start thinking about things like local jobs and stuff like that. That's kind of where my mindset will go to at that point. But not quite there yet. But we'll see when that time comes. Man, this is the tough part. It's hard to know if this way station's open, and my DriveWise isn't working. My DriveWise is usually what tells me whether or not I have to go in or if I can bypass. But it is not working. It looks like it's closed. I would assume it's closed. Usually when it's icy and snowy like this, they usually just have them closed. They usually don't open them up. Yeah, it's coned off, so we're good. We can just keep going. But yeah, my DriveWise isn't working. I'm gonna have to contact the IT, because usually my DriveWise will tell me whether or not I have to pull in or if I can bypass, or it'll tell me to read the signs. But for some reason my DriveWise, I don't know if the sensor's messed up or what. I'll have to call IT. I know one of these two is connected to the DriveWise. That's the Lynx camera right there. So that's the actual, like, the dash cam. And then the thing next to it, I think that's the DriveWise. So I may have to see what's going on with that or why that's not working. I don't know if it's not powering on or what the deal is, but I'll have to contact IT. It was working when I first got into this truck, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. So I don't know what that's about. Actually, has it worked? No, yeah, it did. When I went to Austin the other day, it triggered. So I don't know what the deal is, why it's not triggering. Because even if it's not a DriveWise site, it'll still trigger. It'll let you know there's a way station coming. So, and I tried restarting my tablet and stuff, and it didn't fix it. So it might be the actual sensor that's a problem. But whenever I stop, I'm gonna have to call IT and see if we can figure out how to get the DriveWise working again. That's a pretty nifty tool to have. Kind of important. I don't want to have to stop at every single way station if I don't have to, you know. But yeah, guys, you know, this is what I'm doing on my birthday, and I'm okay with it for now. You know, I just gotta make sure that I do something fun on my birthday. I don't want to just be truck driving all day long on my birthday. I did that last year, and I was so pissed off. I'm gonna be honest. I was so pissed off last year because I was supposed to be home on my birthday, and this is when I just started with CFI. So I didn't know quite how CFI, like how this whole thing worked with going home, and I thought that if I said I wanted to be home on my birthday, that they would make sure to get me home on my birthday. Well, that didn't happen. And now, to be fair, I guess, it's not like they knew that there was going to be a massive winter storm that would hit the whole southern region of the country. The whole state of Texas was pretty much snow and ice and whatnot all the way up until about the Austin area. And I remember that because I remember I had to drive in very, very nasty conditions during that time. So I was like, oh hell. But my neighbor's calling. I'll call her back. But yeah, I was like, oh boy. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. But anyways, let's see here. Where lane ends. So it's gonna check the tablet and whatnot when it's running. But anyways, I think I'm about to get into, this looks familiar, I think I'm about to get into West Memphis right now. This is where we'll go up to 140, because 55, that's the road I was trying to think, the highway that I was trying to think about yesterday. I think I said 45, but it's 55, yeah. 55 and 40 are the two that go through West Memphis and Memphis. We have a Memphis drop yard for MVT, but I didn't have to use it because I was able to find a parking spot at that TA last night. I should have recorded that.
After 1 mile, keep left.
I gotta get better at that. I really need to get my GoPro already. I'll tell y'all guys this before I get off here, before we get to the drop. I like Mercari. Mercari is like I've done really good on selling on Mercari, and for the most part, buying on Mercari hasn't been a big deal either. But for the last 2 times, I bought a GoPro from somebody.
After half a mile, keep left towards Interstate 40 East, Memphis, Nashville.
This thing's gonna keep going. But anyways, I bought a GoPro off of Mercari twice already, and both times. The first time the seller canceled right away. I was like, okay. And then the second time, the guy never shipped it, and it went almost a week. And then
now keep left.
And then I just canceled because I was like, man, if he's not gonna ship it, I mean, I guess he's not gonna ship it. So I just canceled it. And so
Follow
2 times I tried to buy a GoPro off of Mercari, and it didn't quite work out. So maybe that's something telling me I shouldn't be buying a GoPro on Mercari. So I thought about maybe going the eBay route and trying that. I just don't want to pay full price for a GoPro. Like, I don't know. Am I cheap? Am I cheap because I don't want to buy a GoPro at regular price? Like, I think there's so many used and pre-owned GoPros out there that I'm like, why should I buy a brand new one? Like, it's expensive, man. And it's not like I'm making, like thousands of dollars on this YouTube thing, so, but I agree, I probably need to up my production a little bit, and the GoPro was going to be one of my ways of being able to do that, so I probably need to do that sooner than later. But I tried, like I ordered 2 of them on Mercari, and well, they both fell through, so I'm going to try eBay this time and see if I can actually get a damn GoPro this time and make things a lot easier, so that I can just pick up and record instead of having to go through like 2 different methods to record footage and whatnot. But I should have recorded that back last night. That was a tight one, but it was a good one. It's very easy to back these MVT tractors and trailers versus the I don't know what it is about the Kenworths or what was the deal with those, but it can be difficult sometimes. But it's a lot easier with these. Like, I'm able to get through some tight backs, and I don't have to worry about jackknifing or anything like that. So that's nice. But yeah. Anyways, so I'm about to roll through Memphis here, which put me at about the 4-hour mark, getting to Springfield. So I'll check back in. I'm gonna do some driving, and then I'll check back in when we're ready to go for the unload or the drop, whatever it's gonna be. So we'll check back in here in a bit. All right, everyone. So I am having a little bit of an issue here. I'm trying to find a shipping and receiving lot for this place, and I'm having a little bit of a tough time finding it. I don't think it's over here. Let's go a little bit further to see. I put my hazards on. See, this is the light, so I think it was back this way. Electrolux Southgate. And this is a completely different company here. So I don't think this is the right company here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I have enough room here to go ahead and U-turn it a bit. There's nobody coming. So I'm going to U-turn this. I'm going to try not to fall off the thingy here. I'm going to come off a little bit hot. It's okay. It's alright. It's alright. We got it. Let's come on a little bit this way. said shipping and receiving for Electrolux.
After 800 feet, turn left onto Industrial Drive and then turn left.
I already told this thing to shut up. Good lord. I swear, dude. Technology is not working with me today, I'll tell you that. Yeah, it's supposed to be off. Like, why is it still talking to me? There we go, finally. Alright, so let's see. Obviously, that's not it. It's gotta be right here then, maybe in between these cars. Let's see what it says. This guy will go around me. It says, parking in marked spots only, violators will be towed. I don't see an entryway for this place. Although it did have a sign that said shipping and receiving this way, but I didn't see shipping and receiving, so I don't know where in the bloody hell I am going. This place is pretty big, but it didn't say, like, I just saw one little sign that said shipping and receiving, and then that was it. I didn't see anything else that said anything about shipping and receiving, so that's where I'm kind of at right now. I don't want to say I'm freaking out a little bit, but I am freaking out a little bit because I'm going to start pissing people off here in a minute if I don't figure out where the hell I'm at or where the hell I need to go. So I think what I'm going to do is, because there was a sign that said shipping and receiving this way, it's a little sign right there, and I went to go look and I didn't see any shipping and receiving, so I don't know where the fuck I'm going. But like I said, I'm going to start pissing people off if I don't figure it out here in a minute. So I'm gonna turn left here because I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything this way. I could be wrong. I might need to go that way. But it said something, and the sun is like in my face, and it's pissing me off. I'm not in a good mood today. After all, it's supposed to be my birthday, and I just do not feel good about this. And so I see people standing over here. Maybe this is where I need to be. I don't know what they're standing there for. I'm just gonna kind of drive in for a minute. I'm gonna see what this guy says. I'm pretty sure that this is not where I need to be. This doesn't look like where I need to be. I'm gonna try anyways. You know where I need to go? You know where I need to go to? I gotta drop a load off.
Where you gotta go to?
Electrolux.
That was it.
That was it right there?
Take this left, and it'll bring you around.
Okay. Alright, thank you. Alright, so that's the solution here. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh man, there's so many things going on right now. I got phone calls, I got people calling me, Alright guys, so this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna reset this real quick. I'll come right back and we'll figure this out here real quick. But I think I know what he said to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll come right back. Okay guys, so I figured it out. It was that left turn there that gentleman told me. Sorry, like there was a lot of stuff going on. There was a lot of stuff going on in these little 5 minutes that it took me to get over here. But yeah, so we'll have to see what they say here in a minute. The guy said that this is the place for Electrolux, so, and it was, I just wanted to make sure because there's like 2 or 3 different warehouses just in this like 2 or 3 block area. There's this one, there's the location next door, and then there's one that's a little bit further down the street that way. And I wasn't sure exactly which one because the address on the BOL is this one. The address in the tablet is the other one. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna try to see to come over here and see what they say. As soon as this guy gets moves out of the way, then I guess I'll figure out where they want me to go. But just looking at this lot, it's very, very tight. So I don't know what they're gonna have me do. I mean, even getting out of here, it looks like they're gonna have me turn around somewhere. I mean, is there even a place where I can turn around safely? I wonder what they're gonna have me do. But either way, so I'm here. I'm gonna go check in, and then we'll figure out where they want me to drop this thing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the dilemma here. This is their little lot. It's a really small, tiny lot, and they said do not put this in a dock. Find an empty spot and put it there. And let me see, if this is a dock, then that's gonna be a no. Yeah, see, so that's a dock. So the question that I have for them is, I don't have anywhere that I can put this empty. So, and then the other thing, that a dilemma that I have, is that I don't have any room here to make a U-turn. Like, I can't even U-turn this thing out. So what I'm gonna have to do here is I'm gonna at least have to, because I don't have any room to U-turn. So without having any kind of room to U-turn, I'm gonna have to back this thing up into that spot there for a minute that's there, and then turn left. My goodness. Yeah, see, there's one of our trailers right there, but yeah, see, because I don't have any room. So of course, there's always something with places, you know, like this is the one thing about going to places that you've never been to before, and it's just like you don't know what the fuck is what the hell, you know, what's the easy way in, what's the easy way out, you know, you never fucking know anything. So excuse my language, guys, I'm a little agitated already because it has been a day already. Like I said, I don't necessarily love working on my birthday, but, and then especially when evidently what I'm having to do on my birthday is fucking lame. Like, this is like where the hell do I drop this empty at? And like, how do I get out of here? Like, that's the thing that I'm more concerned about than anything else. Is like, how did I get out of here? Oh wait, that's low gear. Because I can't U-turn this thing, so I have to be able to get into that spot that's right there. So I'm gonna kind of narrow this out a little bit more and see if I can get this thing to turn without hitting this fence or without hitting that curb. Because there just would have been no way that I could have U-turned it. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get it into that box there. I think I'm gonna have to end up coming up more over here though. Like literally, I just need to get into that box for a minute so that I can just do a U-turn. Oh no! Do that to me now. I gotta make sure I don't hit these trailers on this side. Or even if I go like all the way over there, like towards the wall, I think that's fine too. It's just somewhere to get me out of here. So even if I keep it like all the way this way, I wonder if I scoot all the way to the wall. Nope, I'm not gonna be able to swing it out in time to get it out. So, well, let's keep going. We're gonna keep it going that way, and then I'm gonna have to bring it a little bit this way so that this way I don't hit the trailer on that side. Just keep it going this way. Keep it going. I gotta clear two more trailers. Just clear them, and then I can go back this way. So I just gotta clear this dedicated trailer right here. Let's clear this one real quick. I think I'm good because I'm not gonna hit any trailers on that side. And then once I have enough room here, I can turn all the way left. So get as far as I can. That's probably about as good as I can do it, but that's good. I'm gonna be now. I can clear this and turn to the left. And if I need to, I can move a little bit more back. But I think I'll clear it. Yeah, see. So we get there. So now the question is that where do I put this trailer? Because there's not anywhere that I can put it. The only thing I can do is do like what these guys are doing, I guess. And I can just kind of stack it and let them figure it out, because there's nowhere I can put this thing. I can put it right here, but I don't know how they're gonna feel about me putting a trailer right here and then blocking the only entryway they have this way. Because if I put a trailer there, they won't be able to turn or anything. So that's why I'm kind of like, I want to see, because this guy looks like he might be pulling one out. But I may ask him and say like, hey, do you mind if I just drop this thing right here in front of this Venture Express one? Because there's no room for me to drop this trailer in the back. He's pulling a trailer now, so I might be able to pull it from there. I just don't want to mess anybody's stuff up. All right, this is a fun one. I think all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask him real quick if I can just pull it in front of this Venture one real quick. If they would be okay with that, I'll put it right next to this one if they're cool with that. I'm gonna step out for just a minute, and I'm gonna go and ask them if it's okay to put it right here. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, that's really, really funny. So he said yes, go ahead. He said it's really messed up in here. He said, and I said, man, I told him, man, it's a cluster F in here, huh? And he said, yeah, welcome to my nightmare. I thought that was really funny. My poor guy. Because it really is a mess in here. Like, goodness gracious. So I want to let him do his thing because I don't want to mess him up. Because what he's trying to do is he has to try to see if he can swing this thing at all. Nah, he's not going to be able to do it. I think he realizes he's gonna have to move that other trailer out of the way. So let me go ahead and do this because he was gonna do it and he can't. So let me go ahead and do my thing real quick. Where he does his thing. It's not that hard because he just told me I could drop it right here. So all I'm gonna do is just come up a little bit, and then I'm just gonna move it over to the left just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Move it over just a tiny bit because I'm just trying to scooch it as close to this one as I can. I'll straighten it out if I have to. So let's see how close that I can get. Alright, that's probably a little too close. So let's widen it out just a bit. Let's see if I can get over there. Okay. So widen it out just a bit more. That's perfect right there. Good thing that I'm doing this during the day and not at night because I wouldn't be able to see anything at night. And I'll just put it a little bit this way so this way I can stretch it out. And then I can come this way. So there's another trailer coming, so gotta be careful, gotta be cognizant of that. I also gotta make sure that I give myself enough, that I don't get too close to this trailer because I need enough room to get in there and pull the lever down. So think about that. I need to make sure that I have enough room to squeeze in between to put the landing gear on. So I'm going to straighten this out a little bit. I think that should be good, but let's see. That might be a little too close, so let's stretch it out a little bit, just a little tiny bit more. That's literally like a small little adjustment right here, right there. That's it. Okay. So now we get back under it, and then now I can get back straight under it, and that should be fine. And then just scooch it back. That'll give me enough room to get in between and put the landing gear down. He said just go ahead and drop it there, and then he'll fix it later on if he can help it. At first I thought he was gonna get mad at me. I thought he was like, no, he said he just understands that this place is a fucking mess. And it's like, yeah, so I think I'm getting pretty close to that other trailer over there. I don't want to get too close to it. I see it right there in the mirror, but I think I have enough gap to get pretty much almost right next to this guy right here without hitting anything. I'll get out and look here in a minute just to make absolutely sure. Let me get out and look and let me see what this looks like from here. Yeah, let me go get out and look and let me see. So I definitely have enough room here to get in and put the landing gear down, and I can still move this thing back a little bit more. I can swing it a little bit more this way too, so that it's not so close. I swing it a little bit more. Now I think that's good right here. I think we're just about lined up with this trailer right here. So we'll stop it here, and we will attach the thing. Then I gotta go down the street to get the empty, so let me go grab my winter gloves. Winter gloves are a lot better for this when it's cold outside. My hands are already just from having my hands on the wheel with the window down and getting out here. Those are already, like, my fingers were already starting to get like really cold. So like, oh geez. All right, so put on my winter gloves here. Warm up a bit, and then I need to go and pull off my lock because I got my lock on there right now. So I need to pull that lock off. I can't feel with these gloves. These gloves are so good that you can't like feel things. So I'm gonna go pull my lock off, and then I'm gonna lower the landing gear and detach everything. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Woo! All right, so I don't know what's worse. Like, I don't know if working in the, it's like a catch-22, you know, like I don't really know what is the sorry, I gotta catch my breath. That landing gear was a little bit of a task. I got it. Okay. I'm gonna switch. I got my sunglasses on. I don't need my sunglasses anymore, so I'm switching over to my regular glasses. This is one of the more terrible things about being blind as a bat is that you need glasses. And I don't have any of my contacts with me right now, so yeah. So anyways, let's get detached from this thing real quick. I already have all the hoses off, landing gears down, fifth wheel's pulled, so now let's get off of it. I don't want to come off of it too hard. Come off of it real nice, about right there. Dump the suspension, because I don't want to break the fifth wheel or potentially ruin my suspension. Okay, nobody coming on the right. So roll under here, we're all good there. Landing gear's good. Pump this baby back up, and now we're gonna go and get our empty. So I was told that our empty would be at a lot down the road, so that's where we're gonna go right now. Oh, okay, there it goes. I thought my window button broke. Anyways, but going back to what I was saying, like, oh my god, like sometimes I want, like y'all give me y'all's opinion. I don't want to get long-winded on this, but do you like working in the cold, or do you like working in like the extreme hot? For me, it's I don't know. There's benefits. I mean, at least with it being hot, you know, like I can deal with sweaty for a little bit because I can always hop back into the truck and like blast the AC and I'll be fine. I mean, it's virtually the same thing with the cold. It's just that, man, in the cold, my hands, like, they start freezing. I get really long-winded. I mean, it's just It's not good. Like I get really long-winded. I get really like I can start freezing, and it's just and you know, things start getting stiff, and you start getting cramps, and it's just like it's terrible. So I don't like the cold. I don't prefer it. I think I can deal with 110 degrees, like, you know, getting sunburned a little bit than having to fight the extreme cold. So this is the lot they were talking about. She said there was a lot over here. I can't miss it. Looks like I can't miss it here. The question is gonna be is, are there any empties? This Mercedes goes. I hate to ram that Mercedes. The question is gonna be is, are there any MVT empties over here? Which it looks like there is. We got one. That might be the only one. I'm gonna go ahead and take it then. It's the last one. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. Whew. Before I end this video, I'm gonna go verify that this is indeed an empty. And if it is, it's one of the brand spanking new ones too. I can tell just by the number on it. It looks clean as hell too. 88. So I'm gonna go do a quick little check of it real quick. Just kind of go pull the door in the back, make sure there's not a seal or something on it. Although they told me that this was the empty lot, so anything that's over here is an empty. So, but I'm gonna double check it. I'm gonna make sure it's clean and good to go. And then if it is, then I'll hook up and we'll be done. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Guys, so that is indeed an empty, and it's clean. It's a little dirty in the back, but that's okay. After I hook up to it, I'll probably get back there and I'll sweep it out and make it real nice and clean. But it is an empty, so I'm gonna go ahead and hook up to it, and then that's it. So we're done. What a ride this was. Sorry for the long-winded video here, guys, but it's gonna be a long one. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming back. Hopefully I'll be able to pump out these a little bit more frequently. But thanks for joining me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Metal side up, rubber side down. Stay safe out there, everyone. I'll see you down the road.